In a part two, now we're looking at the rest of the headphones, the ones I actually use. So last time we talked about all the headphones that I owned previously, and now we're going to talk about the headphones that I currently have in use today. I was just using them within the last week or two. One pair I'm wearing right now. We're going to start in November of 2020 by going back first to summer of 2020 when I first bought a video specific camera, went out to record wildlife, and realized that I would also need to record the audio, and I had to get a shotgun mic. I was using the headphones that I had in the previous video, the Audio Technica's AT whatever, the bad ones. And they especially were bad because they would squeak and they would make a lot of noise when you put them on your head, which is really not ideal for wildlife. So in November of 2020, I decided to buy some headphones that I could use when I'm out in the field. And if you've seen any video where I'm out in the field, these are the headphones that I'm using. They are Bopmen. I don't know. These were the cheapest headphones that I could get on Amazon that did not look to be entirely crap, that would serve the purpose of being able to fold up real nice and small so I can put them in a bag, quickly pull them out. They've got the option of both 3.5 millimeter and 1/4 inch, so they work with whatever mixer I'm using in the field, whatever the case may be. Nice rotating, soft cups, the entire thing. Expandable so it fits around my big old head. The entire situation. $30 so that I could just throw them in a bag, throw them on, whatever the case may be. I will throw them and treat them however I please because they're not that expensive. And they work great for monitoring the bird calls and things when I'm out there. I can check the levels, I can make sure I'm not bumping into the microphone like I've done before. Fantastic for that purpose, and at a price that, should I need to buy more, I can. Now, it's been almost 3 years since I got these, so I don't actually know if I'd be able to get more of these specifically, but that was why I bought them. That's why I have them. Something I mentioned in the last video was about how much it is a hassle to switch between various devices when you're trying to do something. If I'm playing a game on my Xbox and I need to switch over to the PC, I don't want to have to bring my headset with me. I'd rather spend the money and have multiple pairs. For a long time, I tried to make that even simpler, especially with editing and playing computer games while also working. So I set up an entire system using 2 mixers. I had both mixers that I bought from many, many years before, where I was recording videos with a friend originally, which is where I started that. I was running audio from both computers, the work computer and the editing/gaming computer, into my second mixer. I did this for years. I've thankfully upgraded since at this point, but I would run all the computer just regular audio and deal with all the hiss and feedback, and that was so much fun. I would do all that so I could just have one pair of headphones for both work and editing, whichever it was, and I would just scoop myself back and forth without needing to switch headphones between which thing I'm doing at that point in time, which was super useful. Another reason that I did this is because the mixer that would plug in through USB, the bigger mixer, allowed me to use an XLR microphone for all the work meetings that I would have and such. Makes it a lot easier, and I don't have to worry about whether or not the audio sounds good. It's a much higher quality, and I also like to put things to use. I have an XLR microphone, I use the XLR microphone. However, I wanted an upgrade, and I wanted to get some wireless back in my life, because everything at that point had been wired, which, while better quality, also has some drawbacks like not being able to walk around. So, in August of 2021, I bought another pair of wireless headphones. The SteelSeries Arctis Pro. These were the most expensive pair of headphones that I had bought up until that point, and they were really useful for multiple reasons. They're still in use today, obviously, like everything else is in this video. Why did I say that? I really like these for multiple reasons. First, they sound great. They're fantastic for what they cost. They're expensive. I paid $350 for this, but what I really like about them more so than anything else, they are truly wireless. And now, I've had other wireless headphones before, and you still gotta plug them in to charge. My favorite thing about this is that it's got a removable battery and it comes with 2. And the base station that you use to connect to your various devices, another reason why I was willing to pay so much for these, is a charger. So I always have a charged battery. All I have to do, it's a minor inconvenience to swap out a battery right quick, and if I notice before it dies and I don't ever have to pause whatever I'm doing, that doesn't happen very often. But the best part about them is that they do have multiple inputs. So I'm getting audio from my TV, from whatever's plugged into that, from my Xbox specifically if I need to do chat or whatever, and from my gaming PC because it has multiple inputs. I can plug it in through USB to one, I can plug it in through fiber optic to the TV with my TV out setting. I get all of my audio. It sounds fantastic, truly wireless. These are the best wireless headphones I've ever owned. Of the 2 pairs I've owned that were wireless, but these are fantastic. They're great. In a similar fashion to, if you watched the last video, my significant other also has a pair like these, but a different and new and updated version that I'm only slightly jealous of, and maybe we'll get one day, but I really do like what these are. I like the white, I like the extra batteries. They sound great, super happy about these. They work really well with a headset. As a headset, I never have any issues with the microphone or anybody hearing or anything like that. They're super comfortable. I really like that. I got the band technology so that it rests more on your head with this. Like, they're great with everything there. They also have Bluetooth, so I can just connect to my phone and listen to whatever's on my phone at that point. It's just... They were $350, and they have been worth every single penny. These are still in use. I use them daily. Everything I watch, TV, movies, anything like that I'm watching on the big TV, I'm watching with these. I've got them tuned just how I like them using the EQ software that's on the computer. They're fantastic. Can't talk enough about them. I wear them constantly. They're great. The next pair of headphones are on my head. These, it's weird to not be monitoring your own audio when you're recording. These are made by a company called Senile, maybe? Senile? Not senile. That would need another I in there. A 1 to begin with. I did not pay for these, but I did not steal them. I was buying something from B&H. I don't remember what all was in the purchase, but it was August of 22, so I have to guess it was something wildlife related. And these were $80 supposedly, and they gave them to me completely free. Now, I don't think they're $80 in quality, and they're nothing special, but you know what? They work really well for monitoring my audio while I'm recording this. I put them to use in that purpose. I thought, maybe I can use them for wildlife, but they do fold up quite nicely, but they don't fold up entirely. This part, compared to the Bopman fold all the way up like that. These don't quite do that because they only go this far. They're on an arm that only goes... If I can actually get it to show here, they're on an arm that goes up to there, but then they don't go any further. The cups move. They're fine. Again, I didn't pay for them. I would not pay for them. I don't have a reason to get anything like this. They're not fantastic. I've never really used them to see if they do any detailed quality or anything. They're not open back. They're closed, but for free, they're amazing, and they allow me to monitor my audio while I'm recording these videos while having a separate headset from all the other uses there, so I'm not moving headphones between what I'm doing. They work fine. Which brings us to January of 2023, just a few months ago, and that is where I got a tax return that was unexpected. Something I've talked about in the personal videos, because I started doing freelance contract work and having to pay taxes on my own. I was expecting to owe money, even though I was very hesitant and cautious and overpaid, so I got money back, which is how that works. I took that money and I invested it into my ears and my comfort and my ability to edit and listen to music while I'm working and everything else. I bought Sennheiser HD 650. Now, I know that the HD 600s are more popular. I know that I've seen a lot of people online talk about them, and I've also seen the debates, and I've looked at the graphs on, I think the website's called Artings, or maybe they just pronounce it Ratings. I'm not entirely sure. I know that there's not that much of a difference between the two, but these were the same price. When I bought them from B&H in January of this year, and I also got some other stuff to go with them. We'll talk about in a minute. But I looked at the HD 600s because that's really what I was like. I know that that's the standard. I know that they're fantastic. I know they're going to last for a really long time. They are truly an investment. And then I went and I looked and I went, oh wait, the 650s say add to cart to see price, and they're the same price. They're $400 as opposed to being usually more than that. And I went, well, I don't need them to be from what I understand, assuming this is correct. I have only used one, so you can't really take this as a very educated opinion. I've only used these, but from what I read, specifically comparing the two, people said these sound a lot better in different ways, but the HD600s have more bass. Or no, sorry, reverse that. These have more bass, to which bothers some people. Some people don't want a whole lot of bass. You know what I like? I like bass. The first thing that I tested this with, one of the songs that I probably heard the most when I plugged them in, was from the Tron soundtrack that Daft Punk did. Oh. I compared them to one in the last video, which is not a fair comparison at all, but this is what I was using before, these Samson SR850s. $50 headphones. They worked fine, they were great, they're also open back studio reference kind of thing. They sounded good. I never had a problem with them. And then I put on these, and these ruined everything. I can't go back to anything else. These just sound so much better. I also upgraded, I talked about the mixer situation where I was getting inputs from different computers and everything like that. I've upgraded that. I still run all my editing in my work computer. Everything goes into a DAC and an amp. Fantastic. I don't have them here because I didn't want to start unplugging and rearranging. I'm about to go edit this stuff, so it's easier to just grab these. I did get a new cable for these, a nice braided cable that was a lot shorter, because the one that they came with was really, really long, almost like a 10-foot cable, which will work when my computer's a little further apart, but right now it's just too much cable, so I bought a nice short one. But anyway, this plugs into a DAC and amp that sits on my computer, where I get in sound via USB, and then I get in sound via a fiber optic cable. So I've got both of my computers, my work and my editing computer, feeding into one, and it's just a one button press to switch between my inputs. Fantastic. These are the most comfortable headphones I have ever put on. I don't even notice I'm wearing them. The other ones, after an 8 to 10 hour workday, yeah, they start to strain a little bit. Your head starts to hurt. It's not ideal, the pressure they put on you. These, not a chance. I could literally wear them 24/7 and not even notice. They are amazing. I honestly want to get another pair so that I could plug them into different things. Like, I really like the wireless, I like that, but what if I want a pair to hook up to Bluetooth? Plug into a little Bluetooth adapter and then listen to stuff on my phone without taking my phone on my own, having them. They wouldn't entirely be wireless, but hey, you can't plug this into a phone anymore. Phones don't have headphone jacks. But anyway, without a doubt, these are the best purchase I've made all year. Even with everything else, honestly, I use them constantly. They are amazing. They sound fantastic. It is jaw-droppingly, and not just me, I gave them to a musician. I did the comparison between the Samson and these. Again, not a fair comparison, but I did, and I said, listen to these. It was like, wow, that is a lot more clear. And yes, that's exactly what you get with them. Yes, there's bass. Yes, it sounds good, but you can hear individual instruments because it's clear and it's not as muddy. They call that the stage sound. They call that the sound stage, and it's almost like, it's not, but it's almost like having surround sound in your headphones, because you can hear things in different locations and how wide it sounds. And it's just, look, I don't know that much about audio, honestly. I'm not an audiophile. I try my best to learn everything that I can, but these sound incredible, and they're worth every single penny from $400. I got them 4 months ago. I've used them every day since, whether I'm editing on the weekend or playing a PC game, or if I am using them during work. They have been absolutely fantastic. These especially, all the ones that you've seen today, are things that I like. These I love, hands down. Best headphones I've ever owned. I cannot sing their praises enough. If you have a chance to get or put on or listen or borrow someone's Sennheiser headphones, well worth it. I plan on using these for a very, very long time and replacing any of the parts, because of course, these are professional headphones. These are for real. I mean, they're not cheaply made, and they feel like it. And you can replace the band here easily. You can get replacement cups. I've already bought a replacement cable. Balanced audio cables, you guys. Oh, so good. Can't talk enough about it. Really like. Really, really, really like. Really happy.